All right, so I got this guy up on my screen. Was using my phone, but got to make a movie here. All right, so a little bit of water. So this, I switched instead of the this peacock or cobalt blue. I switched to the ultramarine. I kept getting green even when I put black into it. So I suspect there's blue in the black. So I switched over to ultramarine, which is a better one. It neutralizes the yellow in the orange better. Okay, so there. And we're going for the eye area here. So darkest, like the pupil of his eye. I'm gonna watch out for, watch out for my brush is a little bit dodgy. And I also want dark like the eyebrow, which I believe is, yeah, I had this. I might, if your brush starts to kind of like separate at the end, turn the brush and find the best way to get it to go down without those loose strands painting outside. Okay, there. Just a teeny bit lighter here. A little bit of water. Okay, so I'll keep this paint. So it's really more like it's a palette. And then here, this bit in between is a little lighter, so this is a slow process, as you can see. I haven't traced the entire thing, but considering the amount of time it was going to take me to trace the entire thing and wanting to get something up for you, I chose to only trace part of it. Okay, good. So I'm just choosing a darker value. One reason I'm choosing the blue for these darker values in the shadow and the eye is that my orange, I was getting too much green, and so it kind of spoiled the green for a darker value color. Okay, let's put that down for a second. I need the two hands to mix a little bit more of a lighter value color. So this bit right here below the eye, whoops, you cannot see that. This bit here below there. Oh, look. There are birdies outside the window. There's a little tree there, and Joe loves it. Okay. Okay, I think I got a little bit there. This one here is lighter. I think actually there's a little thin shape in between them. Don't paint contour lines around things. So looking at the fold in his eyelid, I can see there's a slender shape right there. Okay, so I want a little bit lighter for this here, and I'm not sure, it might be, I think it's probably not that dark, but I think I'm going to stop this shape here at that value. His eye, like the iris of his eye, is that. This here is very light. This also, so his eyelids. Oops, gotta be careful about that blending. I want you to have all of your shapes painted as flat colors. So trying to, where the colors, like sometimes you get the colors come together and mix a little bit. Now one thing that you can see, I'm starting to get this separation of shape with color and value. Something that might help, it's a bit tedious, but if you were to label, like I assign colors and values, at least colors, to the different shapes in the tracing, it might help you just when you're coming to do this to know a little bit more clearly what the value of the color is you're shooting for. Okay, make sure that's solid. Make sure it's not that it's mixed thoroughly. If it's not mixed thoroughly, you get some variation in the brush. Okay, so you are darker under there. And you guys are going to be a lot lighter. Put it down for a second. I got a little too much paint on the brush, but that's okay. A little extra paint, and I can cover the whole shape, especially larger shapes like this. Let me scrape a little bit of paint off of there. Okay, and then I just want to stay in my line as well as I can. If you go out a little bit, don't worry about it. This is also lighter. Right there. So there, that's kind of what this should look like. Yeah, this up here on his, to the right of his eyebrow, I think there should be a separate shape. Like that. Okay, so it starts to look like it. At first it doesn't look like, at first it's going to look bad and you're going to think this isn't working. Do your best, try to control the color, the value, and just try to be faithful in painting in the shapes as you trace them, and when you trace it, be detailed as you can in the tracing without going too nuts. You can see with my tracing I got plenty of detail, and I know if you look at like some parts of like the light part of his face, I've left some things out a little bit, so you lose detail. There's no way around it. So, but it does look kind of like his eye and his nose and his mouth. Okay, that's good. I hope this helps.